Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Rice Owls, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So North Texas offense will have first crack at this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
North Texas will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Owls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
To the ground with the back. To the 15. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's King. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Catch in the middle. It's Duggan. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They just keep firing. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. North Texas will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Turning it on. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football and 1st downs. So They'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Find some fresh air. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Owls can really attack on this second and short. The hand to the running back. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Boston College delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Chestnut Hill. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Gets the back moving. Snap from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Duggan. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. North Texas in the hurry-up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. North Texas started this drive in the shadow of its own end zone, but now they've moved out, got a little something cooking. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum.
Pace, 27, jump.
Looking for the goal line. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Across the 45. Creates a little room. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll try the run. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Johns. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet here.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Release to the back. It's complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll off one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
To the air on first down. He's got it on the move, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Dropping back, it's Johns. They'll run the screen. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Rice rushes to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback gets the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Rice.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely Dat-Q Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll... There he goes! Past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll run this play from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. To throw, it's Johns. Get it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Warren. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Off play action. Fires on the run. He's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Power football with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense working from the pistol. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gonna run it. It's Dupree. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Dropping back, it's Johns. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught him, the defense was right there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hands it off. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Johns. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would boom. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gonna take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Bringing it back at the 20. Touchdown, Rice. The defense putting points on the board. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Connection to the right. Lots of room to run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Texas. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Just feeds the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense. Military stun! Military stun!
Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Warren. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Owls have this offense rolling. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They go to the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The give to the tailback. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Let's go.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Heaves it on the run. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Wants to keep it in the air. Finds the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Duggan.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the comeback is on.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, hit the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.